Here's exactly how you can know God's will for your life. It's not about feelings or guessing, it's about actually confidently knowing. Most people think knowing God's will is complicated, but Jesus made it simple. And the question isn't, what does God want me to do? It's something completely different. After 20 years of ministry and studying this extensively, I can tell you this is the most important part of your relationship with God. And it all comes down to one word that appears 90 times in the New Testament, and that word is in the New Testament, the word follow isn't just any word. Jesus used this word to define what it actually means to be his disciple. Let me show you something incredible. The word follow appears 90 times in the New Testament, 90. And Jesus himself says it 14 times directly to people. But here's what's fascinating. When Jesus says follow me in the original language, the word follow literally means to come. So this isn't so much about instruction. He's giving us an invitation. Think about that for a moment. Every time Jesus said, follow me, he was essentially saying, come on, come with me, come and see, come and learn, come and experience what I have for you. Why is this so important to remember? Because it means God's will for you isn't supposed to be found by you. It's supposed to be experienced by you as Jesus leads you through it. You're not supposed to figure out God's will all on your own. You're supposed to accept his invitation and then let him guide you into it. Hey, if you find any of this helpful, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. And then videos just like this one can find their way to you each and every week. But let's talk about this for a second. What does it practically look like to follow Jesus? This isn't some mystery. Fortunately, Jesus even tells us exactly how to follow him. And it's important to know that this isn't about physically following Jesus. This is about the posture of your heart before him. To follow Jesus means recognizing him as the divine authority. He's God, I'm not. And then surrendering every aspect of our life to him unconditionally. Are you willing to turn away from your sin and towards him? Will you take on his community, his church, as your own family? Will you spend your life being an imitator of Jesus? Questions like these aren't necessarily easy, but they're the right questions because following Jesus isn't some one-time decision. It's a daily surrendering that brings daily clarity about God's will for your life. Here's an example from scripture about what it actually looks like to follow Jesus and his will for you. As we read this, pay attention to how many amazing promises we see in just a few verses. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. When you're trusting in the Lord with all your heart and you're not leaning on your own understanding, when you're following Jesus and not the world, not your gut, not your dreams or your own desires, you're following Jesus. You're going to see clear indicators like 3 that we see in this proverb. First, you're going to have clarity like you've never had before. This proverb promises God will make straight your paths. So when you're following Jesus, the confusion lifts. Your next steps become clear, not because you figured them out all on your own, but because he's directing you in them. Second, we see a promise of refreshment. The proverb says it will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. So following Jesus brings peace to your soul and energy to your spirit, even amidst difficult circumstances. Third, you're going to see provision. The proverb says, then your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will be bursting with wine. Now, this isn't name it, claim it gospel, but God does provide for those who are following him. Not always in the way we expected, but always in the way that we need. So in the end, following Jesus comes down to trusting him. If you're honestly trusting him with every aspect of your life, you can know you're following him. And if you don't trust him, you can start following him right now by talking to him about what you don't trust him with and then surrendering that to him. Now, it could be that your next step of following Jesus is telling someone about him, and this next video shows you how to do that with just 3 simple verses. So check it out, and I'll see you there.